Hey, what's up, folks? How's it going? So, today I'm back again with one more interesting story. All the stories are based on real life incidents, real cubicle stories. I'm just changing the name and location and company name. But I hope you will learn one or two lessons from this story, and these stories are quite interesting. So, just imagine, just picture this. It's 10 p.m. in US, and Matt is work preparing some report, and he wants some input from Money, and so he pinged Money. Money was from Bangalore, India, so he pinged Money on Skype, but he didn't get any response. And again, after half an hour, again he pinged him, but still he didn't get any response. So he was like wondering why this guy is still missing in action. It's already 11:30 p.m. in India, 11:30 a.m. in the a.m. in India. So it's morning in India and night in US. And before he goes to sleep, he wants to send out one important report, and he wants some input, but he's not able to do that because Money is not there on available on Skype. And this is not the first time it's happening. It happened couple of times. And let me give little background. Money, he works from Bangalore, India, for a small startup, and his boss, he sits in USA, San Jose. He based out of San Jose, and their company initially did not have work from home option. So to improve the employee experience and employee engageability, their company started this work from home option once, twice, 2 times a week. People can work from home option. It's before COVID. This situation happened before COVID, and that time work from home option was not that kind of popular, and so employees can take work 2 days from home. And but they noticed that top management noticed that some employees are misusing that option. They are not available. Like if they are pinging or they are pinging on Skype, people are not available. They are responding after 2 3 hours. So generally, like if you respond within 10 15 minutes, that's okay. But if you are responding after 2 3 hours, that's kind of not acceptable unless you have informed it or communicated it back to your manager. So what happened? Management called for a meeting, and they revoked that work from home option. Only you had a few cases they allowed that work from home option, but generally they just revoked it and terminated the employment of two individuals. So what are the key takeaways? What we learn from the story? We learn that it's when you are working from home or when your team is distributed, maybe you're not working from home, maybe you're going to office, but your team is distributed. So it's very important. It's important to communicate, over communicate. Like if you are not available for some time, right? Because otherwise, what will happen? People will start assuming, or if they are not able to find you on Skype or not able to reach you out, and they may not always escalate. They may not always tell you upfront that why you are not available, and because people are from different culture, different background, right? The way US people will behave, the way Japanese manager will behave, it's totally different actually, right? They may not be comfortable telling you that why you are not available, and they may escalate that issue, and then that employee may be in trouble. But sometimes what happens that it's a tricky situation. If employee wants to take off for 2 3 hours, maybe he is running late. He will be reaching office after 2 3 hours because he has some parent teacher meeting, or maybe he has to drop off his child, or maybe he has some doctor appointment. So maybe today is doctor appointment. After 2 days, he has some parents teacher meeting. Again, after 2 days, he has to take 1 or 2 hours off for some other reason, maybe some repair work at home. And he may not feel comfortable telling all these small things and informing his boss that okay, I will again take leave for 2 hours. I'll be late 2 hours, right? So that's and they try to they don't inform most of the cases. But if you look at the other side, you will realize that the person who are trying to reach you out, he doesn't know whether you will be answering in 10 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, or maybe in the next day, because you have not communicated. So it builds up frustration. And sometimes, like if your boss is calling you, or understand that okay, you are not there for 2 hours, again after this pattern repeats after 2 3 days, then he will start assuming things, okay, that maybe he doesn't work, or maybe he's just roaming around and all this. So all these assumptions will be built up. So it's better to communicate. So now question is how to communicate. So one way, if you're communicating on Skype, maybe in the status you can mention that I will be back after 2 hours, or I will be back after 3 hours, and you can mention that, okay, to your boss that sometimes I may take 2 3 hours of leave, so I will mention in the Skype, or I will publish my calendar. You can have a Google Calendar. You can mention. A lot of people I have seen that they do that. They publish their Google Calendar. They mention when they are not available. Every day, maybe 3 to 5, they are doing something. They are working from home, but afternoon 3 to 5 they are busy. They block the calendar, so they are not available that time. Maybe they are going to play TT or something, and that's perfectly okay as long as you are working 8 hours, whatever office time. It's like you are putting that effort. Maybe 2 hours there is some repairment work at home, and that 2 hours you are not working. But if you are able to compensate that, that's absolutely fine. Or if you are not able to compensate that, maybe and someday you have taken 4 hours off. So in that case, better to apply half day leave, right? So, but it has to be transparent. It has to be communicated. Otherwise, this kind of misunderstanding will happen, and this kind of incident will happen where employee he was terminated from the job. Okay. Another instance I will give where the employee is working from or he's working for one of the top Indian MNC, and he is working out of Bangalore, and his boss sits in Hyderabad, and whenever his boss calls him up, he hears the roadside noise, and so like this guy communicated it back to his boss that, okay, for 4 or 5 times I go out for smoke. I go to, because in the office campus smoking is not allowed, so he has to go out, and roadside some shop is there, and he doesn't keep cigarettes, so he goes out and buys cigarettes and smokes there. And he informed his boss that I go out 4 or 5 times daily. So his boss knows that, okay, what he's doing. Otherwise, he will start assuming things, right? And then he will think, okay, he's not always in his desk. Maybe he's chatting with friends. Always he roams around, and all these kind of assumptions will be made. So that's why it's very important to communicate to your boss. Either if it is a small break you want to take every other day, like for some reason, then maybe if it is a, like you, if you know that, okay, next 10 days you will be busy, so you communicate beforehand. Communicate. There may be in a Slack channel, there may be another channel where you can mention that I'm not available. So that is also another way. So let me know how you guys are communicating in your office. What are the better ways to communicate to take care of this situation? How will you handle this kind of situation? Okay. Let me know in the comments, and I would like to know that what's your viewpoint on this. Okay. And if you have enjoyed this story, please like it, share it, and hit the bell button. And every week I'm posting this kind of stories, real stories of cubicle dwellers. So please like subscribe the channel, so that once I post a new video, you will come to know. And I have also posted other videos which you can go and check it out. So that's it for today. This is Abhijit signing off. Until then, take care, stay positive, stay awesome.